know the story behind the first Nobel Peace Prize winners? Do you know that the first Nobel Peace Prize in 1901 was awarded to two extraordinary men, Henry Dunant and Frederic Passy? Their inspiring work for humanity continues to shape the world today. Dunant, the founder of the Red Cross, and Passy, a tireless peace activist, both believed in the power of empathy and nonviolence to solve the world's biggest problems. Their story is a testament to how two individuals, deeply committed to peace and humanitarianism, can leave a legacy that inspires generations. The story of Henry Dunant and Frederic Passy. Henry Dunant, a Swiss businessman, found himself at the battlefield of Solferino in 1859, witnessing the terrible suffering of soldiers. Overwhelmed by the sight, he organized emergency aid and went on to establish the International Red Cross, a humanitarian organization that provides medical aid during wars and crises. His compassion led to the Geneva Conventions, ensuring humane treatment for the wounded, regardless of their side in the conflict. Frederic Passy, a French economist and peace advocate, was dedicated to preventing wars through dialogue and diplomacy. He co-founded the Interparliamentary Union (IPU) in 1889, an organization promoting peaceful conflict resolution and fostering cooperation between governments. His lifelong advocacy against war and for international arbitration was pivotal in shaping the early global peace movement. Both men were awarded the first Nobel Peace Prize for their relentless dedication to peace and humanitarianism, setting a standard for future peace builders. Top 20 lessons learned from both winners. 1. Empathy creates change. Both Dunant and Passy demonstrated that feeling deeply for others' suffering is the root of meaningful action. 2. Peace over conflict. Dialogue and diplomacy are always preferable to violence and war. 3. One person can change the world. Both Dunant and Passy showed that individuals can create global movements through their dedication. 4. Humanitarianism has no borders. Their work demonstrated that helping those in need transcends nationality, race, or religion. 5. Create systems for lasting peace. They founded organizations that still work toward peace and humanitarian aid today. 6. Moral courage. Both men took unpopular stances, but their moral beliefs guided them through adversity. 7. Commitment matters. Lifelong dedication to a cause can influence entire generations. 8. Human suffering should not be ignored. Dunant's efforts during the Solferino battle showed the importance of addressing suffering immediately. 9. Advocacy for arbitration. Passy's work promoted peaceful negotiations as the best path forward for nations. 10. Resilience through hardship. Despite financial ruin and setbacks, Dunant never gave up on his mission. 11. Diplomacy is key to peace. Passy showed that international cooperation prevents conflicts from escalating. 12. Stand for justice. Both men opposed war when it was politically dangerous to do so, showing the importance of standing up for what's right. 13. Volunteerism can save lives. Dunant mobilized ordinary people to help soldiers, showing the power of community service. 14. Institutionalized peace efforts. Building lasting institutions like the Red Cross and IPU ensure that peace efforts continue. 15. Persevere in the face of criticism. Both men were criticized but remained committed to their ideals. 16. Humanity first. Their work placed the value of human life above all else. 17. Work beyond borders. International cooperation is crucial to solving global problems. 18. Be visionary. Both Dunant and Passy envisioned a world without war, and they worked toward making that a reality. 19. Education and awareness. Passy believed in educating others about the horrors of war to prevent it. 20. Peace is always worth fighting for. Their lives remind us that peace requires constant effort but is worth pursuing. Top 5 things to know about the first Nobel Prize for the young generation. 1. Historical significance. The 1901 Nobel Peace Prize was the first of its kind, setting a standard for recognizing humanitarian and peace efforts globally. 2. Humanitarian and diplomatic foundations. Dunant's Red Cross saved countless lives in war, while Passy's peace movement worked to prevent wars through dialogue. 3. Global impact. Their work influenced modern organizations like the United Nations and Geneva Conventions, shaping the way nations interact during conflicts and crises. 4. Moral leadership. Both men believed in doing what was right even when their views were unpopular, showing the importance of integrity in leadership. 5. Inspiration for future generations. Their legacy encourages young people to become peace builders and humanitarians, showing that small actions can lead to massive global change. Inspiration for young generations. The work of Henry Dunant and Frederic Passy teaches today's young generation that compassion and peace are not just ideals, but practical goals that can change the world. By standing up for what is right, working to alleviate suffering, and promoting dialogue over violence, anyone can become a force for good. Their lives prove that every action, no matter how small, can ripple out and create a lasting impact. Engaging question: in a world still filled with conflict and suffering, what small steps can you take today to promote peace and compassion in your community?